Hey guys, it's James the Rambling Dasher, and welcome to another episode of Dashing in the Dark. So tonight we're probably just going to get right into it. DoorDash sucks right now. Okay? That's all. That's the lead in. DoorDash sucks right now. I'm going to tell you that it was awesome last week. I worked less time than I would normally work, got my $100 all 3 nights. I got it Monday night, Wednesday night, I got 130 something on Friday night. Tonight, I log in. Well, I'm gonna go backwards in time. Today I log in, I'm still platinum, right? When I get ready to go DoorDash, I'm silver. And I knew I was probably going to be based upon an email I got, said, hey, you're kind of grandfathered in until 9/12, which was Friday. I called DoorDash. I spent an hour with them on the phone trying to plead my case to fix their freaking software to calculate the on-time delivery rating correctly. Guess what? It ain't happening. I only have 4 deliveries tonight because Platinum does not get a boost to your wait time with this new system. And if you're silver, Platinum, you get boosted, you get pushed to the top of the list on orders. I'm silver, I get pushed to the bottom of the list. I have had I started late. Number one, my 2 front tires are looking pretty bad, and I just thought, well, I'm gonna put some air in them. So one of them wasn't airing up too good, so I got it up to like 20 psi and limped it over to the gas station and pumped it up there. And it's doing fine as far as I know. But anyway, so we got about an hour. It was like an hour and 8 minutes, I think, exactly. Late start. But anyway, in that hour and a half, that in the last 2.5 hours we've been going, I'm up to $36. So I have had like a $6.75, a $7.50, a $8.50, and a $10 order. They are just spread out really far and long distances. So this one I just took for $10 for like 12 miles. So yeah, I'm sitting at over 2.5 hours at $36, and I only have 4 orders. So a lot of driving around in between orders because I'm not getting order offers like I would if I were platinum. So very frustrated in that regard. I'll pull it up here real quick. I just ended my last episode. On a positive note, we're up to, I think this is going to be episode number maybe 112, which is kind of crazy. So my ratings right now, my ratings to the overall Dasher rating, I'm at 71. My acceptance is up to 82, and I've got 28 out of 30 possible points there. My completion is 100%, so I got 15 out of 15. My quality is 100%, so I got 15 out of 15. And my customer rating is 4.99, so I've got 99 5 stars and 1 4 star. And my total points is 10 out of 10. So all of those near perfect, other than the acceptance rate, which is 28 out of 30. And that's at 82%, right? Now my on time is down to a couple of weeks ago I was up to 91% on time. But they have done something and jacked it all up. The actual pickup time is what they're calculating you for, and you don't have any control. You can control, I accept an order and I can get to the restaurant and mark it as arrived. So that time, and that's what their documentation says, that it's start your accept time through your arrive time. And that is what you're judged against, okay? But when you check the on-time rating after the fact, you see that, yeah, that's not so much the case. You are judged upon the pickup time. And if the restaurant takes 26 minutes, well, then you're 20-something minutes late, right? So my orders today have been late. And then a lot of times they're not giving you hardly any grace period to get the order into the system, to communicate with the client, to not get the order in the system, but get the order into your car and keep it warm, right? That's why I've got 5 stars. That's why I've got quality ratings of 100%. That's why I've got 99 out of 100 5 stars, right? Because I take care of the food and I communicate well. And they don't give you any grace period to be able to say, pick it up at this time, get it delivered by this time. So like the last 2 deliveries I made, it was like I had a 2-minute grace period. That means once I mark it as picked up, here's my first, the lowest order I've gotten today is $4.25 for Taco Bell for 4.4 miles. I am going to decline that one because my AR is decent. I'm not too worried about that. So we'll decline that lowball 425 order and we'll see what else we can come up with. The reality with this new rating system is it doesn't ding you for your AR as much as it does for this on time, but the on time is calculating pickup, which is 100% in control of the restaurant, not the driver. So I have no control. I cannot pick it up before it's ready. Even though I'm there and marked that I've arrived, I've even gone into the system and said, this is what's happening, that they have a long line in the drive-thru. They have a long line inside. They didn't start making the order until I arrived. They are still preparing the order when I arrived. And I can't remember what the other option is because I never use it. But those things matter. And if they don't have the food ready and it takes forever, then what are you going to do about it? So if I just look at today's online or on time, if I go into look at view all orders, I can see today is 9:15. I did Wingstop late, Moe's Southwest on time, so that's 2 deliveries. Whole hog late, Yum Yum on time. My 4 deliveries, 2 of them were on time, 2 of them were late. Now when I look at the late on the 2 late ones, the pickup was late. Okay, Wingstop, the pickup was late. Both orders were delivered on time, but the pickup was late, therefore I'm late. So instead of having 4 on-time deliveries today, I have 2 negatives. Well, guess what I had on my, and it's on a recurring 100. So when you look at the bottom of my list, it's all on times. I had 27 in a row on times, and every time I get a new late, which is every other order or every order, it knocks off an on-time order, which is positive, and replaces it with a negative, and therefore your percentage drops. And the dispute button does not work. I got maybe 1 out of the last 20 to work. There's no rhyme or reason to why the dispute button does or doesn't work. But yeah. So 4 orders tonight as a silver member. With my other ratings, I can't drop below silver. There is a status with no metal, so to speak. No platinum, no gold, no silver. You can drop below silver. But if everything is good except you're on time, you can't drop below silver. So I'm stuck with silver, and I don't know how I will ever get it as long as they're measuring where the customer has, or the driver has to wait on the restaurant. You will never be on time, ever be on time. And especially when they have such low grace periods when it comes to you actually delivering the food. If you make one little mistake and make a wrong turn, right, then you can't deliver your food on time. If you have any, like the other night, I go and the customer had their address as 1066, and I get there, there's a 1064, and then there's a 1068, and there's no house in between. There's the gap between two houses, which is not very much. And so I call the customer, no answer. I call the customer again, there's no answer. It goes to voicemail or something both times. And then the customer calls me as I'm driving off, and I'm like, where? I'm gonna drive around the block. I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm about to call DoorDash, right? So they called me and says, hey, are you in that white car? And I look in the rearview mirror, I see someone out on the sidewalk. And they said, well, I don't know why the address is in there. I typed in 1055. Well, I don't know what they typed in, but the address that was in the system was 1066. So it was not only the wrong address, it was down the street and across the street. So I made a U-turn, went down there, gave them their food. And so yeah. So needless to say, that one wasn't on time. I'm going to say this, it was late pickup and it was late delivery. So what am I supposed to do? I can't do anything with that. You go in, dispute it, and there's like, sorry, you can't dispute this order. So I don't know, it's very frustrating in this regard. I get the need to put more emphasis on being able to get food delivered in a timely manner. But when your customers are not complaining, you should not be dinged for it. You should not be dinged for your food being warm, communicating with the customer, just because you can't meet their standards. What if there was a detour, right? There's lots of construction going on. What if the restaurant takes 26 minutes like I went into McDonald's the other night. It took 26 minutes. I was late by 26 minutes. There was 5 other Dashers in there when I walked in the door, and they told me, yeah, we're making this strawberry shake. Well, lo and behold, they could not find the shake mix. So one person said they were making it. The other person was saying, yeah, we can't find the mix. So finally someone went and found it. 26 minutes later, they put it in the machine, and then I guess it freezes up instantly. I don't know. Or they got a really milky strawberry shake. I don't know. So now my average wait time, it says 2 to 10 minutes. Earlier it said 7 to 17 minutes. So I don't know, but I've driven all the way back. Now granted, I declined that $4.25 order, but I've driven all the way back and haven't got any orders that were acceptable. So DoorDash is stinking it up as of late. I promise you that much. they are not doing what they should be doing. They need to fix the software. They need to give people some grace period. They need to take into account customer ratings and customer whatever the other one is that says that you've delivered the appropriate items that you were supposed to deliver. I mean, I have 100% on both of those. I have 100% on completion. It's not hard to get 100% on completion because I don't accept orders and then ditch them very often. Very rare that I ever do that. The only time I really do that is like if I go into a Papa John's or a Little Caesars and they're like, yeah, it's going to be 25 or 30 minutes. Well, there's no reason why I should sit there and be penalized for 30 freaking minutes. So I'll mark it incomplete and take the hit. So it takes 100 deliveries for that to fall off, which usually takes about, I don't know, 10, 15 days. They don't even show that metric anymore, having 100 deliveries in the last 30 days. That's not even on this in the list of the metrics anymore. I find that to be very interesting, but it's not. So I'm driving down by where I turn in to go to my house. I'm very tempted just to go to the house because I'm still sitting at 36.75, and we've been dashing in the dark for going on 30 minutes now, and we have not got any acceptable offers. And you go and to say, hey, there's a button you can click on and say, I'm not getting any orders, and it just flashes off. They don't even acknowledge it or anything. You're just like, SOL. Sorry, you're silver. What do you expect? I'm like, yeah, I'm silver, and it is crazy. It is somewhat frustrating. Very, very, very frustrating. Not somewhat. It's very frustrating. I mean, last Monday I had $100 by 9 o'clock. This Monday I won't even have $50. And I got 2 hours. Well, I got 1 hour to go till 9 o'clock. Yeah, I would have to get $14 to hit $50. I don't see it happening. I do not see it happening. I see this $36, and I see me not being able to do DoorDash. Is what I really do see. I really do see me not being able to do DoorDash until they fix this software. Because if you can't get orders, there's no need to be here. And if I can't get my on-time rating to either dispute them or to actually be able to achieve them, and not have the restaurant be the hindrance or reason why I'm getting late penalties, when I have no way of controlling what the restaurant does. There's a freaking $3.50 order. So yeah, I tell you what, this is just gonna make me mad if I go and just decline all these, because I've worked hard of not taking declined orders, but I'm not going to accept these orders that are this low. I'm just not gonna do it. And I'll take a hit all the way down with my AR as well. But you can take a pretty good hit on your AR, and not lose that many points, which is crazy. But you can't take hardly any hits on your on-time delivery, and almost every on-time delivery, half of the orders are late. So I had a $4 one and a $3 one, and now I've declined both of those. And all last week, I averaged $20 or better. I mean, on Friday night, I worked 6 hours and got 130 something, 132 maybe. $24 an hour. So this is ridiculous. And the crazy thing is, I mean, granted, I've got time because I have allotted this time to do door dashing, but I'm not going to do $4 orders. I'm not going to do $3 orders. I'm going to go sit here in Wingstop's parking lot for a minute. I hate to be negative Nancy, but I've been driving around for, I don't know. I can go look and tell you when I dropped that order off, because they put it in the on-time delivery. In my ratings, under on-time, it says Wingstop. I dropped it off at 7:30, and it is 8 o'clock now. I've declined 2 orders totaling about $7 or $7.50. I don't even know if I can call in to DoorDash anymore because I'm not platinum. Let's see what happens if I hit help. Waiting. They do have a phone number that I called. Contact Dasher Support. I think I'm just gonna have to talk to them. I'm just gonna put in, I want to talk to a person. Could you please provide more details? So I'm gonna go through this question about a specific violation. One contract violation will be removed each time you complete another 100 qualifying deliveries. Yeah. No kidding. I want to dispute a violation. Please note that support agents have no ability to see any details or review disputes. So and here's where it says, I understand you want to provide more details of your violation. The only way to do so is by clicking on the violation. In the ratings tab in your Dasher app, violations are removed for disputes that are reviewed and accepted by a specialized team. If not, it will stay in your app until you complete another 100 qualifying deliveries. Oh, it's connecting me with an agent. So that all was a bot. What I don't know, is this the AI bot? Is that just the you know, the non-AI bot, and now we got a real AI bot, or what? I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna hit pause on this because it doesn't look like we're gonna get any orders tonight. So I'll be right back to see what happens here. Alright guys, this is not working out. So it is 8:08. I have been out for right at 3 full hours. I have 4 offers delivered, 2 crap orders that I did not accept, and I guess unless in the next 5 minutes I get an order on my way to the house, then I will just end the dash. So this dashing in the dark was all just me being negative Nancy. And finally this dude copied and pasted a generic stupid response and just regurgitated it to me. Alright, sorry, people. Settle down. Yeah, settle down! So somebody's honking at me because I started in the left lane and then moved across to the right lane with my blinker on, and they were like, oh no, I need in front of you. So I'm going to accept this $10.25 order for Zaxby's for 10.9 miles. All because I don't have any freaking orders tonight. So let me get down to Zaxby's, see how long it takes me to wait on them, if I can get another late order, and we'll be right back. Alright. We have picked up the Zaxby's. It says it delivers by 8:35, which is 16 minutes. And we have a 6-minute window. So a 6-minute grace period on the delivery. I don't know that I picked it up on time, but we shall see. I just don't know. I don't know if I got it picked up on time. So anyway, we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna deliver this. I ranted and raved about the software. I finally told the support rep that I just want to report it, that it's not calculating correctly, that it's broken, and he said it's been noted. I was like, I appreciate that. I'll report it again the next time I dash. So anyway, sit back. We'll be back in a few minutes after, well, it'll seem like a second or so, but we'll be right back after I drop this food off, and we'll see how much money we made. Alright guys, so that was $10.25, puts us up to $47 after almost 4 hours. Woohoo! So 5 out of 7. It says 3 hours and 34 minutes. My guess is that one was probably late as well, because well, who knows. Let's see, let's go to the home screen there, ratings, and I'm dropped down to 67%. Zaxby's late. No, it says it was delivered on time, but late pickup by 3 minutes. I'm gonna click dispute and check the checkbox that it was long wait time at the store and submit. Oh, look at there. Sorry, I've got the darkness on. There we go. So, woo! We will exclude this order from your on-time rate. Well, thank you very much. So, I don't know what that really means in the grand scheme of things. It doesn't really help me that much, because that just is going to put me at 67 on time and 32 late. So I'm only going to have 99 orders in there. Doesn't really mean a whole lot. I'm down, let's see. Oh, I gotta turn the brights off. So I'm down to 70. It says improved to 75 for gold status. I was at 71, now I'm down to 70. And my AR is down to 80%. My on time is 68% because I've got 32 lates, so that equals 68. I only have 70 that are on time, so because this is the way that it's gonna work is like, hey, we're not gonna count that one, but we're gonna blank out your you don't have 68 on time, you have 67. So the next on time, even if it adds it, it's just going to add it to that empty bucket. So you still have 68 and 32 late, right? And then I just got a Chick-fil-A for $6.50. And I don't even know where the heck. Oh, I know where this Chick-fil-A is. So basically, picking up at Otter Creek and delivering up in this area. I guess I'll accept it at 7 miles, 7.3 miles, half of which 4 miles is going to the restaurant. I don't like delivering out in this area, but I just accepted it. After this one, if I don't, I may just hit pause and go back into Benton and Bryant, because I don't want to be delivering out here. But heck, this is going to take me like 20 minutes to get this delivered. It's going to be halfway through 9 o'clock. I may be ready to quit dashing tonight. At least this one order puts me over $50. Woo! $50 in 5 hours of working. That is such crap tonight. And the crazy thing is, why am I getting this freaking order 4 miles away from the freaking from the Chick-fil-A? 4 miles away. I don't even know if I'll be able to go inside to pick this one up. I don't know how they do that there at Chick-fil-A, but it's very I feel distraught, maybe is a good word, over this whole thing is just somewhat disheartening as to what's going on with this DoorDash. It's frustrating. I don't know how to deal with it. You know, it's like they put you on a pedestal and you feel like you're lifted up on high and you're making good, seemingly good money for me for the amount of time that I'm working last week, and then boom, you just get shot in the gut when you come in this week, and it's just like, hey, yeah, you're not gonna make but maybe $50 in 5 hours on a Monday. And even on my worst nights, I never have that bad, right? I can't remember having this bad of a night. Yeah, no. It's been a long time. I'm pretty sure I've never done it when I've done these videos. It's ridiculous. Alright, so we still got 5 minutes to get to the restaurant. I'm gonna let y'all have that back, and we'll just jump in when we pick up the Chick-fil-A. See you in a sec. Alright guys, we have about a 6-minute drop-off grace period is what I'm calling it. And it looks like it's going to some apartments somewhere. It says apartment number 2 on the address. I don't know. Number 3, apartment suite number 2. That doesn't sound like a normal. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, we're gonna head that way. See what we can come up with. If I can figure out the reverse on this car. Alright. So we had to plug in our, just like every night that we work on Dashing in the Dark, we had to plug in our mic and the receiver to the mic because they last about 4 hours, and anything over there they get a little red flashing light. So we have backup batteries that I probably need to charge them as well at some point in the next day or two, but they still have 3 lights lit up. I don't know if it's 3 out of 5 or 3 out of 4, so they probably still have a pretty good charge because these little receivers don't take that much to get them to work anyway. Fingers crossed everything's working on the sound. I haven't checked it tonight, but if not, it'll just be another one of those things that going along with today's dash that kind of stinks, is like nothing's going my way. So anyway, but we're on the way. We're delivering this order. We're going to get back towards Benton and Bryant as fast as we can. We're delivering. We picked this up at Otter Creek, or I don't know what that area there on the freeway is called, Little Rock, if it's officially Otter Creek, but I'd say we're about a mile from Otter Creek area, and this is probably going to be delivered to these apartments that are way down baseline somewhere. There's like different apartments on either side of the street down there, so we'll get this knocked out and see if we can't make our way back towards Benton and Bryant, and maybe get one more order, try to get over $60 on this dismal evening. But I would say it's a poor excuse for DoorDash. And the reality is I get it. It's probably going to be the way it's going to be from here on out until they can either fix something, because I am not getting. I mean, the orders I got tonight were decent. I'm just few and far between the orders. Like driving around for 30 minutes between an order is not conducive to doing work, right? I bet when I look at the total dash tonight, I probably have at least 2 hours of inactive time. At least. This could be one of the worst nights ever for active dashing versus inactive, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be bad. I think it's going to be bad. I haven't looked at it at all. I can't get in there and see that kind of stuff until I hit in dash. I wish they had an in dash earnings screen. They got a little one you can see. You can't see it right now that I'm inside a dash, but normally when you haven't accepted anything, you see a dollar amount, but you you would like to think you could click on that and it would pop up and say, hey, here's where you're at right now. You've dashed this many hours. You've been active dashing for this time. You've been, you know, you've accepted this many offers out of X many. You've been offered this many. You've accepted this many. You've delivered this many. You know, it could show you all that stuff on a running scale. I think it could. Alright, City of Little Rock, y'all should get out here and work on that. Well, that was crazy. It's like a freaking roller coaster out here on West Baseline. Alright, so now we gotta drive around in this apartment complex for a little while to try to get where we're going. I'm not a big fan of these ones over here. There's a gate that's partially open. I can squeeze through there. There's all kinds of cop cars. I don't know, it looks like they're on the outside of the fence looking through people's car up there. There's at least 2 cop cars with blue lights flashing everywhere. Sorry, I've been driving around without any lights on, without any of my DoorDasher lights. Sorry about that. We have truly been the true definition of dashing in the dark. Alright, so I gotta find building number 3, maybe? I don't know how the heck this works in this apartment complex. Fingers crossed it's building number 3, and it is where the GPS is taking me anyway. Fingers crossed. This is gonna be frustrating if it's not. And the apartment should be on the front at the bottom. And there's no cars parked out here, which is kind of interesting. I can't see a building number, but I see apartment number 2. Oh, it says number 3 on here. All right, I will be right back. All right, there's a prime example of DoorDash giving me a bigger base pay based upon the tip. I don't mind that they do this. I do wish they would just give the same base pay regardless of the tip. So if you're going to give me a $5 base pay because the customer only tipped $1.50, but I drove 7 miles for this delivery, and any other 7-mile one I might get $2 to $2.50, maybe $3.50. Because I got a bigger tip, you cut the base pay, and that is not acceptable. But we are now at $53 and what looks like 50 cents. So $53.50. And I didn't even see the time, but I know it's 9 o'clock, so it's going to take me a good 15 minutes to get back to Benton and Bryant, provided I don't get another order down this direction. And that's where it might be very discretionary, because I don't like delivering down here. Alright, see something going across the street with, maybe it's, I don't know what they're doing. They got a dog with a, they don't have any kind of reflectors on, but their dog had something, but very hard to see. It looked like a black dog with some people walking their dog, and you're just like, you can't see them at all. I hate sneezing. It gets me to needing to sneeze more and more. And so far, normally if I sneeze once, I'm probably gonna sneeze until I blow my nose. But this time, I don't know what's going on. It feels like it feels like I'm just stopped up for whatever reason. Like I have all of a sudden some allergic reaction, and my nose is all stuffy feeling right now after that sneeze. I didn't feel it before the sneeze, which is weird. Alright, so I'm going to head back to Benton and Bryant. I'll flip this back on if we get another order, so see you in a minute. Hey guys, we've been back in the Benton or Bryant area for like 5 minutes. I just got an order that I declined for like $5.25 for like 6 miles, so not going to do it. Not going to do it. So we've turned down about 5 orders tonight, or maybe 4, maybe 5, I don't know. Seems like 4 right now. I'm not sure what is happening as far as dashing goes. Not a lot of stuff. I don't know. It is what it is. I can't really do anything about it other than sit here and bellyache to you guys, because you're the only ones that listen, right? So yeah. I will say, outside of door dashing, this weekend was another football field weekend. I can say that it also sucked. So every team that we follow, that we deem to be our teams, so one, the Tennessee Volunteers, we watched that game and they lost at the end. They should have won it, but they lost. It was kind of a tough pill to swallow. And then the Razorbacks come in and nobody picked them to win. I have one person that I know of that picked them to win, and they were right there with them all the way. They could not stop our offense until the very last drive, and they stripped that dude, and we had the fumble. Otherwise, I feel like we would have scored at the end, tied up. Well, granted, we were behind by 6, and we could have went down to win that game, and I think we lost by 6, if I'm not mistaken. And then on Sunday, we didn't get to watch the game. We didn't get to watch the Steelers play because they weren't on TV, but they don't seem to be very good again this year. So, which is somewhat disappointing, unless something they can do to turn it around. They had some big plays, but with all the players they have on defense, their defense is absolutely horrible. There's a $6 order for some place called It's Just Wings, which is I think that's from Chili's. So I will accept this $6 order for 5 miles. I've got to make a U-turn somehow, some way, and go back across the freeway where I just came from there. So we're gonna try to make a little fake U-turn here. Try not to go in front of cars. So this most likely will be our last delivery, unless I work late tonight past 10 o'clock. Maybe, I don't know. It's frustrating. I know. I don't know that this puts us even over $60. I've had nights like this before. It seems like it's a lot worse. Truth be said, I started over an hour late, so that's, you know, at least $5, right? I would say we're averaging about $10 an hour or something, so that's at least an extra $10. So I could be upwards of around 70 had I worked that first hour. So I don't know. This is an extra $6. I'm trying to think. I can't really picture it in my head. I think I'm at, oh, hang on. I thought there was another turn, but this was it. Alright, so this is a little ghost kitchen and Chili's called It's Just Wings. So we are at Chili's. I will hit the pause button and we'll be right back. Alright, picked up the order and headed that way. It is 7 miles, 9:47. Directions say we should be there by 9:46. So I got a 1 minute whatever grace period, let's say. We shall see if we can make it in time. And when I got in there, I got another order, and they were both sitting in there waiting on me. So the reason my grace period is less, and this, I should have done this because I didn't, is I should have waited and just got the orders in the car and then took the pictures, because that's part of the problem here with the on-time delivery. If it's my fault on the pickup side to the deliver to the house side, because I'm doing things that I need to be doing, right? Making sure the food is in a container, getting the food from inside the restaurant into the car. Then if I take the pictures inside the restaurant, then I gotta get all the food together, get it in the car, get it controlled. There's a drink involved and all that stuff. And so now I have a 1 minute window, instead of if I would have came out here and took the picture and then started, I'd probably have 2 or 3 extra minutes. So yeah. We shall see. So somehow I've already picked up a minute, so I got a 2 minute gap now. I don't think I can add on to that, just because there's no other little shortcuts that I could do, because I don't even really know that I had a shortcut there in the parking lot. I think I followed pretty much what the GPS said. But anyway, we'll see. Fingers crossed we can get it there, we can get it knocked out. It just says leave at the door. There's no extra instructions at all. Hopefully I can find the place. It won't be hard. There's no pictures of the door, so sometimes that will throw you off in the fact that it's like, hey, there's no clue as to whether I'm at the right place. Like that last order I had, it was 3 trailer houses and none of them had, well, the one I was at did not have the numbers that matched. It had 3 digits and I was looking for 4 or 5 digit house number. So I had it up there at that person's, at the house I was at, and the dude was inside the house. He could see me, didn't come out. So then I thought, well, I better call and make sure. And they was like, no, it's a Honda in the driveway. And I was like, and then he said, there's a 3rd house on the right. And I was like, okay, I'm just at the 2nd house. So thankfully I called and didn't get anybody complaining about me dropping it at the wrong address. So it worked out all right, and I got it delivered on time, even though the restaurant was picked up late. What do you know? Another late order. Another late order. So I think this is order number 6 and order number 7 for the night. That is crazy ridiculous at 9:39. I mean, who knows? I may have to start working till midnight or something to get my $100. It seems like after a certain time, there's more leniency on getting the order delivered by a certain, you know, like I might have 4 or 5 minutes grace period instead of 1 or 2 minutes. So there, I've just picked up another minute somehow because I haven't been speeding. But and now it's dropped to my GPS that it'll be there by 9:44. Still says 6 minutes away. So I don't want to keep you guys on here too long, just rambling about nothing. So I'm gonna hit pause, stick around to see where we end up. We'll be right back. Alright guys, we have dropped off the first of the 2. It was 6:07. Excuse me. And well, that was all I get to see. 6:07, we're up to 53.50 plus. I don't know, maybe we're up to close to $60, but anyway, let me send this other one a message saying we're headed that way. Boom, boom, boom. Directs, it says deliver by 9:52. I got a 3-minute gap. So where am I gonna go? It looks like I'm going further out towards Benton, maybe. I think so. But it's only 2 minutes away. So that's good. Okay, now can I make it out of here without any death-defying acts? I don't see any cars coming. Fingers crossed we're doing the right thing. She wrote, okay, thank you. Alright, so here we go. Here we go. Woohoo! Woohoo! This is going to put us upwards closer to, I think, $75. And it's 9:49. It says to deliver this by 9:52. So I got a 2-minute window. It says 9:50. So only 1 more minute and I should be there. Alright, I'm gonna find this house, get it delivered, I'll be right back. Alright guys, so that was $5.38, $2 base pay with $3.38 tip. Put us at $64.95, so almost $65, not $70. 8 out of 11, so it only says I have to decline 3. I'm gonna put the sign back out to say we'll accept some more orders, but I probably am just gonna drive down Alcoa if I can figure out how to get out of this neighborhood. I now have some flying things in my car, and I don't have a very good backup system here, so I'm just gonna take my chances. This is a very dark neighborhood. They don't have a lot of lights. So, alright, so we're at $65. Yeah! We got, let me see, you guys know, at least if you've watched before, you know I try to get steps every day. I'm sitting at 77.45, so only about 23 more minutes worth of steps to do. So if I take one more order and get home by 11, then I only have to spend about 23 minutes of walking. I really wanted to get home to watch that game on Monday Night Football. They had a doubleheader, and the first one is already over, I think. The second one started a little bit ago. So we did watch the Buffalo Bills just demolish the Jets yesterday. And then, as much as I hate the Cowboys, it was a good game and I was cheering for the Jets. But I also have the Cowboys kicker on my freaking fantasy football team. So I was kind of wishing that he would kick that long field goal and that the Cowboys would lose in overtime. And the freaking Giants, I guess is what I meant to say, the Giants couldn't do squat. So, yeah, somewhat frustrating. The Giants should have won that game. But what other game? We watched part of and didn't really watch all of it, but Minnesota looked horrible yesterday against whoever they were playing last night. I don't even know who they were playing, but they were getting just trounced, I would say, mainly by the kicker, because the kicker kicked a bunch of field goals. But Minnesota could not do anything. And I don't know who they were playing. Still cannot think of it. It wasn't Carolina. It was I don't know who they were playing. Atlanta. That's who it was. I think. Yeah, seemingly it was Atlanta. Not a very good Sunday night game. So I haven't seen at all any scores or anything for tonight's game. And there was either a bug or a raindrop that hit my car. I don't know which. Hopefully just a watery bug, not a raindrop. I don't want it to get out here and go dashing in the rain. I don't think my rain jacket is even in the car. So it must have been a bug. So I did come this way where I get to hit all 4 of the roundabouts again. So I think I've been up and down this road at least once. Well, one time I delivered to those apartments where you have to go all the way to the 4th roundabout, circle it, and then come back. Maybe that's the only time I've been out here. I don't know. Seems like I came out here once and just, I don't know. But who knows? It all starts to run together after a while, because it's like, I don't know what I did tonight versus one night last week or 2 weeks ago or whenever. It's hard to remember all those deliveries, or what night when you did what. So anyway, all right, I'm gonna hit the pause button. We'll catch up with you whenever we get another order. Hey guys, we have accepted a $7, maybe $7.25 for like 3 miles. I think it's at, I don't know, it's someplace called the Burger Den. I think it's a ghost kitchen at Denny's. I do believe these ghost kitchen things are sketch as all get out, and I would never order from one. But number one, I go to Denny's and they look like they're freaking closed. They don't have any people in the parking lots ever. So I've seen, this is the second cop car I've seen with his red lights on, just flying. Or not red lights, but his lights flashing, and he's flying through stuff. So anyway, we're gonna run over to Denny's, see if we can't pick up this food, and we will catch up with you guys shortly. All right, people. So I went into Denny's. There's another guy that's been in there for like 30 minutes, but he is dashing by the hour, of which I have never done, and I don't even know if it's available for me. But anyway, I stayed in there for a good 20 minutes, and they were like, hey, we don't have milkshakes either. So I called the customer and told him I was unassigning it, that they don't have the milkshakes, and he said he was going to ask for a refund on that, tell him not to send it. And so anyway, and then I ended my dash. So here I am. I should have known better than to try to go to a freaking Denny's ghost kitchen, because they're horrible. Do not ever go to the Denny's in Bryant. Go to the Waffle House. At least the people work at Waffle House. This is evidently a first night for a brand new chef who doesn't speak any English. So nothing against people who don't speak English, but the fact is that they just got a new chef, and this is the very first shift, and evidently there's just a bad situation. So I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, so much for me getting to 70 with that order, because it ain't happening. I'm stuck at $64.95 for 8 out of 13 orders. So what I don't like is even though it said unassigned, and I don't know, it said worry-free unassigned, so I did that. My hope is that I don't have a one that counted against me. I hope I don't. But if I do, I do. I don't care. I had 100% on the whatever that metric is called. But anyway, so that's done. Yeah, I don't even have a way to dash by the hour, and I haven't seen it in a long time. So I ran into a guy that's in there. He's been waiting for 30 minutes, and he says it doesn't bother him because he's getting paid by the hour. And I'm like, that's interesting. So I don't know how he has it and I don't have it. But so I'm going to go to my ratings. Now I'm going to go to my earnings and just see how bad was the night. So I have to say this is the worst night I've had in months. Maybe the day I came back from Portugal and did not have any status at all because I didn't have any deliveries in the last 30 days. That night was pretty bad. That couple of weeks was pretty bad, but I don't remember. Maybe I got some that were as bad as $65. Let's see. It was, I did have more. I was thinking I was gonna have DoorDash Pay was beat my tips, but I had $29.50 in DoorDash Pay, $35.45 in tips. So we got in 5 hours and 21 minutes when I started an hour and 8 minutes late. It's already 10:33 here. Yeah, here's the tail of the tape. I had 2 hours and 45 minutes of active time out of 5 hours and 21 minutes. So, what is that? 245 of active. So 245 plus 245 is 5.5 hours, and my total time was 5:21. Crazy! I told you I had a lot of downtime. A lot of downtime. That is the most downtime I've had ever. So I don't know. It's just craziness to think about that. It says I had 8 orders and 8 deliveries, so I accepted 8 and I delivered 8, even though I unassigned from 1. Let's go look at the ratings and see if they jacked that up. If they did, I'm gonna have to contact them. I'm down to 70 overall. So my acceptance rating is 81, which is still 27 out of 30. My completion rate is still 100%. Quality 100, 4.99. So all of that's still good. Yeah, I worked 5 hours and had 8 deliveries. Are you freaking kidding me? 5 hours for 8 deliveries. That is unacceptable. Unacceptable. I'm very tempted to use this Platinum Pass. But the Platinum Pass that I had 2 Platinum Passes. They're only good for 1 week. And in the old system, I could see a valid use of Platinum Pass to, let's say that, hey, I don't have status, I don't have platinum status, so I'm going to take it for a week and work my tail off to get up to platinum status. But there's no path to platinum status by using a Platinum Pass, because before it was just AR. It was all around your freaking AR. Now it's things that you have no control over. And I have no control over Platinum Pass. I'm sorry, I have no control over on time. So there's lots of people complaining about on time on my Facebook page. So I don't know if I can get over there. Let's see if I can see anything. Because I posted that thing tonight. Let me see what I can find. So, where did I post that at? Why am I seeing a thing that says manage posts? Okay, here it is. let me get situated here. Hold on one second. So let me grab this phone because I can't really see. There's no comments there. They must have been commented somewhere else, and they're gone. So yeah, I can't really see the comments as they were. Basically, someone was saying that it's on purpose to get people to do such and such to try to get their AR higher. I don't have a problem with my AR though. The problem is on time. So the reality is that what they were trying to say is like it's a ploy by DoorDash to get you to get your acceptance rate higher and your completion rate higher. But the reality is your completion rate and your AR have little to no bearing anymore on your Dasher rating. It's all this on time. And the reality for me is that the on time is broken so much that number one, I don't have any ability, I don't have any grace period to get it delivered. And then number two, they're measuring the wrong metrics according to their own rules. So if you look at their rules, if I go back to my DoorDash app and I go to my on time and we go to, where is it? Does it say about on time rate? Here, let me do one thing real quick because I don't ever do this, but it helps if I have glasses. On time rate measures how many of your last 100 orders you completed within the expected completion time. Shopping orders are exempt from this rating, and batched orders are considered a single order. Okay, so it doesn't. Oh, how we use delivery items. Your safety matters. We factor in speed limits, traffic, wait times in stores. Wait times at stores to determine the delivery times you see on a dash. To help determine the best dasher and offer an order, we use your historical delivery timing to estimate delivery times. Consistent on-time dashers will get more opportunities to earn, but arriving early won't provide any benefits. So it says arriving early doesn't provide any benefits. But somewhere along the way, and I think I posted it a few days ago on my Facebook page. So if we go, dang it, I hate this phone sometimes. On my Facebook page, I posted something that says, got this BS from bot at DoorDash Support today. So it says, lateness violations are based upon the travel time to the merchant and customer, not on wait time at the restaurant. A delivery is considered late when travel time exceeds the estimated considering factors outside of your control, like wait time at a merchant. A delivery is considered late when travel time exceeds the estimate, considering factors outside your control like wait time at a merchant. You can dispute lateness violations by providing additional details in the ratings tab if you believe it was issued incorrectly. So that right there is total BS. So of all the late ones I had tonight, I only had 8 freaking orders. At least half of them were late. I disputed one and did get one of them knocked out. But the lateness violations are based upon the travel time to the merchant and the customer, not the wait time at the restaurant. Well, guess what? If you wait 26 minutes, you're waiting for the merchant at the restaurant. So I'm going to have to end it on that because I get too fired up on this stuff. But anyway, hey, yeah, I don't know how long this video is because it seemed like I accidentally hit the pause button a time or two. And I think we had 8. So I had 4 early and then 4 during this episode. So 4 orders delivered during a whole episode has got to be maybe not my lowest, but maybe for like I worked for 2 hours and did a video. This is ridiculous. So not even 2 hours. I mean, sheesh, this is just ridiculous. 8 deliveries in 5 hours and 21 minutes. Oh well. Alright, so we're going to have to figure out something, some way, somehow to get paid money, because this is possibly not the way until they fix it. So, wish me luck. Please write those comments down below if you have any suggestions. Like and subscribe and check out our affiliate links that really help us out. Appreciate you guys for those that stuck around. Thanks for listening to the rants, and we will catch you another day. See ya.